Hassan Nasrallah was hailed as a resistance fighter by his admirers and a terrorist by his adversaries. He became Secretary General of Hezbollah in 1992 after Israel assassinated his predecessor. In his early 30s at the time, he went on to lead his group to become a formidable military force and a major player in Lebanese and regional politics. A decade earlier, Nasrallah attended a theological seminary in Najaf, Iraq, and returned to his native Lebanon where, during the 1982 Israeli invasion, he urged his supporters to take up arms against the invaders. The beginnings of what became Hezbollah. Literally meaning the party of God, the group was backed by Iran and led by local clerics to harass the Israeli occupiers. The group is believed to have been behind a series of terrorist attacks in Lebanon and abroad, and during the 1980s took dozens of Westerners in Lebanon hostage. The growth of Hezbollah coincided with the emergence of the previously downtrodden and neglected Shia community in Lebanon as a major force in the country. Nasrallah emerged as an adept guerrilla commander, leading an unrelenting campaign against Israeli forces, during which his eldest son was killed in action. The United States designated the group a terrorist organization in 1997. Hezbollah's struggle against Israeli forces on Lebanese soil continued until 2000. When, in perhaps his proudest moment, Israeli troops withdrew unconditionally from southern Lebanon. Israel, which has nuclear weapons and the best air force in the region, I swear to God, he said, it is weaker than a spider's web. But in 2006, Israel and Lebanon were again at war. The month-long conflict left at least 1,000 Lebanese civilians dead and devastated much of the country's infrastructure. Israel tried and failed to destroy Hezbollah, which came out stronger than ever before. After the war, his focus turned inward on his homeland, Lebanon, where Hezbollah increasingly became a key player in the country's complicated politics and expanded its network of social services. When war broke out in neighboring Syria in 2011, Nasrallah deployed Hezbollah fighters to shore up President Bashar al-Assad's regime, and also provided support to Iraq during its war against ISIS. Iran was quick to reward Nasrallah with money, weapons, and logistical support. But critics say his alliance with Tehran inflamed sectarian tensions and weakened his credibility as a self-styled defender of the Palestinian people. When the Palestinian militant group Hamas, Hezbollah's ally, attacked Israel on the 7th of October 2023, killing more than 1,200 people and abducting more than 250 others, Hezbollah began firing into Israel, opening what it called a support front for Gaza. For more than 11 months, Israel and Hezbollah exchanged fire across the border. Nasrallah said this would only stop once the war in Gaza came to an end. Instead, more fighting and death followed, in the form of covert operations by Israel, which detonated Hezbollah's wireless communications devices in broad daylight for 2 days in a row. A weakened Nasrallah called it an unprecedented blow. Then Israel's bombing campaign killed hundreds across Lebanon. Yet until the very end, Hassan Nasrallah remained defiant.